Al Capone, the crime king. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today, we will explore the captivating and controversial life of one of the most infamous criminals of all time, Al Capone. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications so you won't miss our future videos. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the world of Al Capone. Childhood and youth. Alphonse Gabriel Capone was born on January 17, 1899, in Brooklyn, New York, to Italian immigrants. Growing up in a challenging environment, Capone gravitated towards a life of crime from a young age. Let's delve into the early years of his life and the surroundings that shaped his criminal future. In the Italian-American community of Brooklyn, Capone experienced a childhood marked by economic and social challenges. His father worked hard as a laborer, but the Capone family struggled to make ends meet. This context of poverty and limited opportunities laid the foundation for the criminal path that Capone embarked on in his youth. Already in adolescence, Al Capone showed a predisposition for crime, getting involved in petty offenses and illicit activities. His ability to navigate the shadows and his audacity in facing the challenges of urban life quickly gained him recognition in the local criminal underworld. The urban environment of Brooklyn, with its contradictions and tensions, provided fertile ground for the formation of a young Capone, who learned early on to survive through cunning and determination. The lack of legitimate opportunities and the constant presence of criminal temptations contributed to shaping the path that would lead him to become one of the most notorious criminals in history. Delving into Capone's early years gives us an intimate look at how the circumstances of his childhood and youth influenced his perception of the world, shaping a mindset that would guide him along a twisted path in the criminal underworld. Rise in the world of crime. With Prohibition in the 1920s, Capone saw the opportunity to thrive in organized crime in Chicago. Let's examine his rise, key alliances, and illegal ventures that made him the undisputed leader. During the crucial years of Prohibition, Al Capone not only recognized the opportunities that this alcohol prohibition legislation could offer, but cleverly exploited them. The production and smuggling of alcohol became the cornerstone of his illegal activities, paving the way for a complex network of speakeasies, bootleggers, and clandestine gambling dens. His strategic alliances with key figures in the criminal world further amplified his influence. Capone skillfully built powerful relationships, constructing a solid organization that extended its tentacles into various illegal sectors. His ability to keep his criminal empire cohesive through trusted relationships and control bestowed upon him undisputed leadership. Capone's illegal enterprises were not limited to alcohol production. He adeptly controlled illegal betting, slot machine rackets, and other vices associated with the world of organized crime. This diversification of interests contributed to solidifying his position as the uncontested leader, making him a feared and respected figure within the underworld. His rise was an intricate interweaving of strategies, power, and control, and examining these elements allows us to fully understand how Al Capone defined an era in the realm of organized crime. Violent tactics. St. Valentine's Day Massacre. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre of 1929 was a bloody event that defined Capone's brutality. Let's analyze the events, ruthless tactics, and the impact on public perception. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre remains one of the darkest chapters in Al Capone's history. On February 14, 1929, 7 men from George Bugs Moran's organization were brutally murdered in a Chicago garage. This ruthless attack, orchestrated by Capone's gang, profoundly shook public opinion and the criminal underworld. Examining the events of that day reveals chilling details of the tactics used. Masked gunmen entered the garage posing as law enforcement, disarmed the victims, and opened fire devastatingly. The use of automatic weapons turned the scene into a bloodbath, highlighting the ruthlessness and determination of Capone's gang to consolidate their power. The violent tactics employed in this massacre not only physically eliminated Capone's adversaries but also had a significant impact on public perception of organized crime. The brutality of the massacre led the public to demand harsher measures against crime, catalyzing the attention of authorities and public opinion on Capone's illegal activities. The impact of this event on public perception marked a turning point in Capone's career, portraying him not only as a cunning criminal but also as an unscrupulous individual willing to use extreme violence to achieve his goals. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre thus represents a dark and bloody page in the history of Al Capone and organized crime in the 1920s. Downfall and conviction. Despite his success, Capone was convicted in 1931 for tax evasion. Let's explore the trial, detention at Alcatraz, and the decline of his criminal empire. The trial against Al Capone marked a crucial point in his criminal life. The conviction for tax evasion was the legal move that succeeded in dismantling his powerful empire. In 1931, Capone was prosecuted and found guilty of not paying taxes on his income from illegal activities, a charge that often eluded authorities. The trial, although focused on the tax issue, revealed many of Capone's illegal activities and his connection to the criminal world. His conviction led to an 11-year prison sentence and a significant fine. Capone's detention at Alcatraz, the famous island prison, symbolized his decline. Life behind bars, far from the luxury and control he had previously enjoyed, represented a new reality for the former crime king. His influence faded as the law ensured he paid for his crimes. The decline of his criminal empire during his detention was evident. His absence from the criminal world left room for new leaders and emerging organizations. The resulting power vacuum marked the end of an era, with Capone's name gradually fading away as new criminal dynamics developed. Capone's experience, once feared and untouchable, now subject to justice, represents a significant chapter in the history of organized crime, demonstrating that even the most powerful criminals cannot escape the law for long. Legacy of Al Capone. Let's conclude by examining Capone's legacy in popular culture, cinema, and the modern perception of gangsterism. Let's analyze representations in the media and his lasting impact. The legacy of Al Capone has left an indelible mark on popular culture, fueling fascination for the dark side of organized crime. His figure has inspired numerous cinematic adaptations, TV series, and literary works, turning him into an icon of gangsterism. In cinema, Capone has been portrayed by iconic actors, bringing his story to the big screen. Renowned performers have sought to capture the complexity of his personality, from criminal ruthlessness to his private life. These portrayals have contributed to keeping Capone's legend alive through generations. Representations in the media, from documentaries to fictional works, have continued to explore the intricate aspects of Capone's life. His charisma, his ability to wield power, and his downfall remain compelling topics that continue to pique the curiosity of the audience. Capone's image has permeated popular culture, influencing the modern perception of gangsterism. His figure is often cited as a symbol of a contradictory era, where organized crime flourished as society sought to enforce law and order. His lasting impact is evident even in the fashion and iconography associated with gangsterism, with the fedora hat, overcoat, and cigars becoming iconic symbols of his image. In conclusion, Al Capone's legacy persists as a significant chapter in the history of crime, leaving an indelible mark on popular culture and contributing to our understanding of the criminal world in the 20th century. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Al Capone. Feel free to like, comment with your opinions, and subscribe to stay updated. See you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.